So Hubert Davis looking for a way to get off to a little bit quicker start. Elliot Cadeau really had he carried the team offensively in the first 10 minutes at Wake Forest.
Carolina with one quad one win this season. That came against UCLA, and that's a good start for R.J. Davis.
Protect the drive, protect the paint.
Looked like a pretty good feed, but right through the fingertips of Lubin. And the other way, Brown with a left hand. Dion Brown. He's a transfer from UMBC. Here's a freshman, Jackson to the rack and got it to go. They want to see him do that more often.
You know, that's just a good attitude to be in attack mode for him.
Three-pointer by hand was in and out. Offensive rebound, rejection underneath, and Boston College will keep it. So Boston College with the ball wide open. Oh boy, that's a great play by Cadeau. And it leads to an easy slam by Trimble at the other end. Cadeau made that play defensively.
Against Stanford, an inbounds plays last week that were easy layups. A heads-up defensive play that leads to a basket.
And that's a nice finish by Joshua Beadle, the transfer from Clemson. He was a big part of that team that got to the Elite Eight. Poor start. Wide open, and that was a 2, not a 3, and another rebound for Boston College at the offensive end. And it leads to a bucket by hand, taking it to the rack.
But, you know, those Kansas and North Carolina, those two programs are so intertwined, unbelievable.
You're right.
And all of a sudden, you're back at year one, even though this is your 4th year at the school. And, you know, this team is a bit of a one-off as far as, you know, having great perimeter, you know, really good perimeter players, but not much inside. He had the big game at the big time.
That's a beautiful pick and roll, but the missed layup, Washington follows and drops it in.
And this, Carolina's only been there once, despite getting inside.
Washington, another easy one on the feed from R.J. Davis.
History major.
No, you didn't take 101 now. There's a 3 from the corner by Trimble, and they love to see that. Kelly for 3, not going to be there. And Trimble with the rebound. Carolina pushes ahead, up by 7. And Trimble, floater in the lane.
For an easy short jump shot. Packer fans out there?
Belichick remembers him, and that's a big 3 by Dion Brown. He was a big-time transfer. First team All-American East Conference performer, and here comes Boston College the other way. Payne. And right to the basket, and his hand lays it in. He has 8 in the game.
Here's the look. Boston College, you know, Lubin
not played about 18 minutes a game. And now all of a sudden his numbers have just exploded. Shot clock at 2 and Cadeau to the rack.
And that's what you do like to see from your point guard.
Last Saturday, but not very many today. Big 3 right there by Derek Brown, and he has 8 points. He averages 6.
He's a guy who had 20 in a game against SMU earlier in the year, so he's capable.
Tip back into the hands of Withers, and he has his first bucket.
To keep Withers the basket.
Brown thought about it. That's a nice feed that leads to an easy bucket. The first of the game by Venning.
You know, it's great on the other end, but let's get a stop here on this end. He is not happy with the defensive effort.
And just like that, they've hit 9 of their last 12 field goal attempts. Brown trying to answer again. Too strong, got his own rebound. Davis all the way lays it in. Nicely done.
Earlier in the game, so you can get to that right hand, able to finish easily.
Here's Venning. He just takes Washington straight to the basket and lays it in. And Boston College a 1-point lead.
Well, if it's the big guy against, you know, Washington, there's nobody to help if he gets beat.
Downtown by Payne, and he knocks in the three, his second of the game. And that's their lack of offensive rebounding. That's a big one right there by Payne. Davis passed up the three, and he'll go to the basket and lay it in. Ran into his teammate. They average 12 per game. Powell to the rack and throws it down. Oh my!
If he caught it, it was going up.
Kelly behind a good screen by Hastings, and just when you think BC with the scoring thus far, Tyson gets a loose ball on the rebound. Washington had it rejected, but into the hands of Trimble. He missed the easy layup. North Carolina leads by 1. This guy was huge in the first half, and he starts in second half in similar fashion.
They're going to be the team that's going to be playing a lot more freely, a lot more loose.
Rejection underneath. Carolina gets it back, and then to take away for Boston College. And Beadle. Pull up for three after the defender fell down. And some in these parts took issue with that. Here's Powell for three, and got it. That's a big one. Benning is checked back into the game for Boston College, playing with 3 fouls. That's him with the ball. Working on the much leaner Washington. He just bullied Washington to the basket.
Good move by Benning.
What a feed after the dribble penetration by Beadle.
Not even a new life. I mean, he really didn't play much at all at Clemson.
And then he rejects a drive to the bucket by Cadeau. That's a good feed underneath, good head fake. And then Claude had it rejected, got it back and sticks it home. Ty Claude, the grad transfer from Georgia Tech.
With that, and for him to come in cold, having not played in forever, to give that.
Oh my gosh, Brown does it again, his 4th of the game. Any game you have to put in the win column, you better start getting them and getting them fast. Jackson to the rack, he checks back in and lays it home. And the Tar Heels down 3. 12:34 to go. Backdoor cut to Jackson. Beautiful feed by R.J. Davis. Beadle. Great feed to Brown, and he kisses it home. Career night for Brown. Jackson, a lot of dribbling into the lane, and kisses it in. Ian Jackson now has 10.
Broke off the route.
Pitch it out to Jackson, and all of a sudden this talented freshman is bringing his A game when they need him the most.
Now, he didn't settle for that 3. He took the 3.
Hand tries to answer, and he does to tie the game at 67. Benning, I beg your pardon, Haskins as Hastings is checked back in. And here's Hand for an open 3 again. Boy, you can't leave him alone. That guy's money. It's become a 3-point Boston College lead on the back-to-back threes by Hand. And now Davis, his first bucket of the second half.
Here, this BC team doesn't look like a 1-17.
Sure doesn't. Here's Jackson. Oh my goodness, Ian Jackson lightened it up.
Good clear out, good strong move.
And another easy one underneath. That's Hastings.
BC, he had all kinds of room to maneuver.
Ian Jackson, and that was forced up there, but a follow. And able to lay it home is Jalen Washington, who had a monster first half. Brown lays it off to Hastings. He had 2 in a row, he has 3 in a row. It is tied at 6:76. Shot clock at 12. Hand from downtown. Are you kidding me? 4:40 to go. Home team down by 3. And Cadeau, a strong move and up and in with the left hand. He's got 11. Wow, Lady luck. And Beadle for three again. Another rainbow three. This one by Beadle. 3.5 minutes left is just another one. And a rare miss. And here comes Trimble, 2-on-1. Lays it off for Jackson, who got fouled. And he'll go to the line. A 1-point game, 3 minutes to go. There's Hand again. Oh my goodness! Hand has been spectacular. That is his 4th 3. Great pass by Davis and the easy lay-in.
So that's not the worst thing in the world.
All right, they get it inside to Trimble. Goes up with the left hand to tie the game. 12.9 remaining.
On the floor without it working against you. Now you have to be real careful to not do it in the shooting motion.
Washington gonna give it up to Davis for the win! And we're headed to overtime. Oh my goodness, he had a good look. Now that was a beautifully designed play.
And he's coming into the game now, but Jackson didn't start the overtime.
Cadeau lays it in.
Really nice play. Washington to high post, sitting for 40 minutes and then getting that defensive stop.
Wow. They're going to the big fella again. And he lays it in, and Washington is hurt. 20 to go in overtime. Davis for 3. Yes, sir. Line for a pair.
And Davis has probably played to full complements of minutes as well.
Here's Hand to try and answer. Oh, my goodness.
Might have been working for the Hornets at the time.
Taves being hounded. Oh, nice little screen and roll of the big man. Taves has made a couple of big plays. Back to Cadeau. Behind the arc. Trimble working on Taves. And Trimble bounces it in.
Finishing over Lubin, and then Trimble really has had a nice bounce back game, doing a lot of work.
Now Boston College, you got a 10-second differential. And trying to get a steal. Instead, it's a dunk by Lubin. Blocking one in, slam on the other.
Defensively, great high post pass by the freshman too, and the finish inside. You know, and we'll see how they come out of this game. Just a huge sigh of relief in the building, Tom. You could feel it, just the anxiety in the whole second half.